What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Shep's Garage video. And today, for the first time ever on my YouTube channel, we are doing a part 2 of a video. You guys absolutely loved my hidden features on the Mark 8 Volkswagen GTI video I did, and so many of you guys asked to do a part 2. So after spending a little bit more time with this car, I am finally going to be doing a part 2 of hidden features on my Mark 8 Volkswagen GTI. Now, if you're new to this channel, this is the first time seeing my face on your screen notifications, please click that subscribe button down below for more awesome Mark 8 GTI content and other car content as well. You guys have been absolutely supporting this channel lately, and I'm so grateful for that. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers, and once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I can actually be paid by YouTube, which is my obviously dream job. I always wanted to be a YouTuber, and without you guys it cannot become a reality. So subscribe, it's completely free, and trust me, it's worth it. So let's talk hidden features on the Mark 8 GTI. Now, there are a couple sort of hidden features about this car that you may or not have know about. A lot of you guys found my last video that I did on hidden features so helpful, so after spending a little more time with this car, I found a lot more hidden features that I want to share with you guys. So without further ado, let's get into the first hidden feature. Now, let's first start off with the hidden gesture control. Now, everybody knows if you own a Mark 8 GTI, this car has some sort of gesture control. So for example, if you get like closer to the screen, like for example, if you go like, I don't know, on the like telephone, for example, if you get closer to the screen, it will depict the sort of icons and stuff better. So like this, so see how like the words under like the icon there aren't there? When my hand gets closer, they start to appear. This has some sort of like gesture control. And what I love about it even more is if you go under radio, if you go under favorites or whatever, if you swipe over without touching the screen, you can see this sort of like song in the station you're listening to, which is pretty cool. But did you know that there's another secret gesture control hidden, not on the screen, but actually over on the lighting panel? It's hard to show in the dark, or in the light I should say, but trust me on this, if you go out to your Mark 8 GTI with it dark, and if you put your hand close to this sort of illuminated panel over here with the fog lights and the defrosters, it actually gets brighter when your hand gets close to it. And when your hand gets taken away, it goes darker again, which I find super cool. It's so hard to demonstrate in the light, but trust me, it works. Just trust me on that. So that's a pretty cool hidden feature, but it's not as cool as the next hidden feature. Now, a lot of people that I know love to do their own oil changes. I tried it myself for my first ever 5,000 mile oil change. I like to do 5,000 mile oil changes, and because it's just good, better for the car, I guess. Everyone tells me to do it every 5,000 miles, so I do it every 5,000 miles. Anyways, one very annoying thing about changing your own oil is that you have to reset the oil like setting or whatever. And for whatever reason, Volkswagen doesn't allow you to do it because they want you to go to their dealership to have some authorized people to do it. Well, there's actually a hidden way to actually reset your oil light if you decide to change your oil yourself on your Mark 8 GTI. Alright, so you guys know what I'm talking about. You go to vehicle, then you go to status, then service. You can see oil change in 5,300 miles. So I obviously reset this somehow when I change my own oil. And I'm going to show you how you do that. So you go on your steering wheel here to your little touchpad thing, and you click on the side here. Then you go down to travel time and distance. So you want to hover over that. Then you want to hold on this button right here with the 2 squares and the arrow pointing right for 5 seconds. So hold for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A little bit more. There we go. So now you get to this secret screen. Reset. So they have service. Oh, hold up. We gotta go back to it. You guys saw it. 4, 5. You can see it says reset oil change service. As you can see, it's right there. You click OK, and then it resets your oil change service. Check that out. So if you ever wondered how to reset your oil light, well, now you know how to in your Mark 8 GTI. Now, let's move on to the backup camera. So, obviously, when you put your car in reverse, the backup camera appears like this. But have you ever said to yourself that this view isn't good enough? Well, I have a hidden feature for you for this exact reason. I think most people may know this, or most people may not know this, but if you tap on the screen, you can see it says these little two icons, and if you click this one, this is your corner view, so you can see things that you may have not been able to see in this view. See that yellow house? See how I can't really see it? Click the corner view, I can see it fully now. I've never knew this existed, but it's really pretty cool. You know now that this exists. Now, click on this button and you can change the brightness of the backup camera, or the color in black and white, or color and exposure. You can play with this all you like, but I find that super, well, just pretty neat in general, because I've never tried the corner view, but if you need a corner view, you got it there. So yeah, there you go. Now, let's move on to the ambient lighting in this car. So if you go to ambient lighting and you go to custom, you can see up on the top here, it says color 1, color 2. Now, for whatever reason in the Mark 8 GTI, I'm not the biggest fan of this part of ambient lighting, but the dial color changes with the other ambient lighting in this car, and I don't know, I kind of wish the dials would stay one color and then the ambient lighting would be another color. Well, Volkswagen actually made this a setting, but only for one color. So if you are really nitpicky like me and you want your dials one color and you want the ambient lighting another color, here's how you do it. It's super simple. All you do is go to color 1 and you want to just hover over, as you can see, the little tan area. Once it hovers over the tan area, you did this correctly. As you can see, the dials are one color and the ambient lighting is actually white. So it's red and white. So again, it's okay. I haven't seen any other Mark 8 GTI users actually use this setting. However, it's there if you want to, well, utilize it. Now let's move on to another hidden feature on this car. So, obviously this car has a heated steering wheel. It's a very good heated steering wheel. And obviously you click the button to turn it on, and then when you turn it off, most people that I know just click 1, 2, 3 to go through the levels. Well, did you know that there is a faster way to turn off this heated steering wheel that Volkswagen, for whatever reason, does not tell you? Well, I found a faster way for you guys. You don't have to click 1, 2, 3 every single time you want to turn your steering wheel off, even while driving. If you go on any level, let's say number 3, and if you just hold it down for about 3 seconds, 1, 2, 3, steering wheel heating turned off. As you can see, we're just in a mat. Instead of taking 10 seconds to turn off, and now it takes 1 second to turn off. Just hold down that heated steering wheel button on any level you're on, and it turns off, which is, I don't know why I actually never found that sooner. It's a really nice feature. Let's move on to the second to last hidden feature on this car, and that is the driving modes. Now, I wouldn't think that this is a hidden feature because most people don't really know about why the car does this, but it does it for whatever reason. So, if you drive in sport mode like me, which, as you can see, it shows what mode you're in within the little checkered flag right next to the gas meter and the miles. As you can see, it has a little checkered flag with a road. So that tells me I am in sport mode. So every time I start the car, I'm always in sport mode. Well, actually it isn't. As you can see, if I put it in sport mode correctly, you can see that it would not show D here. It would show S for sport for the transmission. So it turns out every time, and in this sort of sport mode, the exhaust doesn't pop, the throttle isn't as responsive, the steering is light, but the steering is a little bit lighter than when it should be in sport. The throttle response again isn't as great. So what this is comfort mode, but it isn't actually showing you. So, for all the people that actually leave it in sport, here is what you do. Every time you start the car, you have to go into the drive modes and cycle through to sport again. Then, once you do that, as you can see, my transmission in sport, the throttle's in sport, the steering is a lot heavier, which means that I am actually in sport mode. Every new Mark 8 GTI owner does this, even I did. When I bought the car, I thought I was in sport mode the entire time and I couldn't hear the pops, but it turns out I was driving in comfort mode this whole time. So every time you want to drive in sport mode, always put it in sport mode. It's a part of my starting process. When I start my car every day, I always put it in sport mode, the first thing I do. So yeah, I don't know why it does that. I don't know why you can't just leave it in sport mode and it does it. My guess, probably for like efficiency reasons and less polluting the earth, but it's a GTI. You have to drive in sport mode all the time. And now the final hidden feature on the Mark 8 GTI that I have found, and I actually want to give credit to two people. There's a YouTuber called Volkswizard, and a Facebook user who posted this on a Facebook forum. I thought it was super cool, so I thought I would put it in this video. So, have you ever wanted your Mark 8 GTI to start at a higher RPM and pop? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but apparently to Volkswagen, this is called the E-motion start. So, how do you do it? Well, let me show you. First thing you want to do is don't have your foot on the brake and hold down on the start button. And then it should say press brake pedal to start. Once you did this, you put your foot on the brake and then press it again, and it should start closer to 2000 RPM. This works better on cold starts. I just finished driving this car, so it didn't really do it, but trust me, on cold starts, this will put out a nice pop on startup, which, I mean, who doesn't want to pop on startup? I mean, that's pretty cool. And so, those are all the hidden features I have found in my Mark 8 Volkswagen GTI. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, smash that like button, comment down below what other videos you want to see, and if you want a part 3, I will make a part 3 if you guys want to see a part 3 of hidden features, tips, and tricks, or I guess it's just hidden features on the Mark 8 GTI. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did, smash that like button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.